Mic check. 1, 2. Such an echoey mic check. 1, 2. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Happy Saturday. Today is Saturday, October 11th. How are you doing today? How's it going? Welcome to another daily live stream. This is caught around. Okay. Okay. We're good. We're good. Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday. How's everyone doing? How's your weekend going? Any big plans? Anything fun happened yesterday? Any big plans for later tonight? I mean, it's only 3 p.m. here in Chicago. I'm sure the weekend is still young for many of us. Not for me. Pretty much an old man, and I just want to go home and refeed tonight and enjoy my day, but I'm still going to enjoy my weekend. Before I continue on, I'm going to scroll back up here, say hi to everyone, or at least people that are in here right now. Sydney for the good, Maggie May, Elmadas, Kevin, Miss Peaceful One, Happy Bunny Love, Willis, Tanya, Mandla, Aisha, Ian, hello. Jordan, hello. Who else is in here? Lynn, how's it going? I know I'm going to miss somebody. Put on the tiara. Roberto, Gloria, Adeline, Ronnie, Kiss My Beauty, Martha, Deja, Margaret from Facebook. Hello, hello. Is that everyone? Peace to all. I see you in here. Kadima, hello as well. Tay, Ocean, Shauna. Did I say Shauna? I don't think I did. Hello. John, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. Nice to see you here. Welcome to another autophagy. Welcome to another autophagy. Welcome to another accountability live stream. My autophagy live streams are on Wednesday. Welcome to another daily accountability live stream. What is an accountability live stream? Why do I do this every single day? For accountability. Think about your journey. Think about what you're doing in terms of your health and happiness, in terms of weight loss, in terms of your fasting journey, routine, whatever you want to call it. Think about how important accountability is to you. Think about if you had to show up every day and show some accountability. That's literally what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. If that is helpful for you, share with us in here. Share your accountability, whether good or bad, whether rain or shine. I show up. I've been showing up every day for the last 80 plus days, but I've also been regularly showing up for the last 700 plus days. I have been doing this now for a long time. I am posting content on social media, videos. My accountability is important to me in that way. If it's important to you, share with us. You see it on here. You see people sharing their journey, what they're going through, whether good or bad. I want to see people succeed. My goal is for me to get to where I ultimately want to be, but I also know that it's a never-ending journey. One of the things that I think some of us have to realize is the journey never ends. You will always be working on your health and wellness journey. It's just a matter of how much do you want to put into it. And it doesn't mean that you have to give your all every single day, although you can. But can you still show up for yourself on a regular basis, on a daily basis? How important is your health and wellness to you? And today's topic kind of lies within that as well. Today, we're going to talk about the weekends and weight loss. It's a perfect time. It's Saturday right now. Many of us don't consider the weekends as a time to really care for our health and wellness. And I'm not saying that you have to eat the cleanest all weekend, you have to fast the entire weekend. But I do think it's a moment where if you're somebody that has completely just throw away, if you're somebody that has completely thrown away the weekend because what's the point? I'm going to tell you right now, the entire point of enjoying your weekends and being aware of what you're doing on the weekends is like it's a moment of reflection to be like, okay, I might have some plans on the weekend, but it also doesn't mean that the entire weekend has to be a complete throwaway day. Tanisha, hello. K worshiper, I see you in here. Hello, hello. I'm going to scroll back up here. We're going to, I'm taking this off because sometimes it's just, I get annoyed having a watch on for too long during the day. I usually just wear it for step tracking. So sometimes I take it off to just give myself a little rest from a watch. I'm going to read through some chat here. We're going to talk and see what some people are going through. I'm going to go through my nerd stats. I'm going to tell you where I'm at currently and what my plan is. Kevin says, hi all, broke my 108-hour fast. Why is my thing different? I didn't pick this style. Let me see if I can change this really quick. There we go. That's a lot easier for me. Okay. Getting back into it. Kevin says, hi all, broke my 108-hour fast, stalled at 2:15 this week. Really hard to wrap my head around not eating for 4 days and not losing. So I downloaded an app to track my measurements because I feel smaller. And here's the thing, Kevin, is you probably are smaller. You probably are. And I know Aisha's in here. Aisha can talk to you all day about what stalls look like. Aisha has gone through it. I've gone through it as well. I have gone multiple days where the weight will hardly budge. I've had moments where the weight will actually push up on a fast. And I know it can be very discouraging for many of us. It's also one of the reasons that I tell people, don't worry about what the scale says on a day-to-day basis. I track my weight every day just to give myself a guide, just to see what kind of things are happening on the scale. It's also a good reminder for me to be like, yeah, I knew the scale was just going to push up. Or even on days where it's acting weird, I also know that I'm trusting the process and not relying on the scale. And sometimes it's more about trusting that actual process. And so I think you know this, Kevin. To be 108 hours fasted is a huge accomplishment. You have been doing this now time and time again. And maybe this is, I don't know if it's the first time that you're finding yourself in a stall. And I think you know this, I know this, many of us know this as well. Even being stalled at that weight and still pushing a 100+ hour fast is still going to benefit you because you've literally gone 4+ days with 0 calories, and going 4+ days with 0 calories, assuming that even on average, if your body is burning around 2,000 calories a day, that's 8,000 calories in the last 4 days that you have burned. 8,000 calories. That's over 2 pounds of fat during those last 4 days. And of course, you're going to refeed. And of course, it's not like those 2 pounds of fat are completely negated now because you're about to refeed or you are refeeding. And so looking at non-scale victories, downloading an app to measure your measurements, wearing smaller clothes to see how it fits. A lot of these non-scale victories matter a lot more than just what a scale says. I've said this before, and it still rings true for me. For me, I have been around the same weight now for the last 2 months, something like that. My weight hasn't really fluctuated. My weight is somewhere around the low to mid 140s and steadily going down, not by a lot, but at a very slow pace. For me, it doesn't even matter what the scale says at this point. For me, it's more like, can I get the remainder of this belly fat off of me? For me, it's not even about what the scale says. It's more like, do I fit in this shirt properly? Do I look good wearing a smaller shirt? Does it fit me better? These are these non-scale victories that I continue talking about. Happy Bunny says, hello, glad I made the live. Day 14, wishing for a do-over. This is very common, Happy Bunny. And how many of us have been in here wishing that we could just start over, start over, start over? But why? Is there a reason that you want to start over? Because, like you said, it's been a rough 14 days. The last 14 days for you, Happy Bunny, is you doing something different. This is you showing up for yourself every single day, learning something new, trying to do something different. If you were to start over tomorrow, which I'm not saying you can't, sometimes people want to give themselves a fresh start. But even if you did give yourself a fresh start tomorrow, what does that look like? Does that mean you're going to go super hard tomorrow? Is that really going to significantly change what the last 14 days look like? Or the way I see it is, I would love for you to be like day 21, day 28, day 35, day 42, not day 1, because you've learned so much already. Some small bits of progress. And as small as that might be for you, Happy Bunny, I look at those as huge W's, because you're also changing your mindset. You're also changing your habits. You have, at least the way I see it, trying to shift your mindset. And I think that's a bigger win than most of us give credit to or credit for. Because changing your mindset, acknowledging small wins, acknowledging imperfection, acknowledging, hey, I don't have to start over, I can just keep pushing forward, I think is a huge leap ahead from what you've been doing before. Think about all the times you've done this before, Happy Bunny, and how many times you've been in this situation, and how many times you've told yourself, I want to start over. How many times have you been successful doing that? Because if you can say day 14, day 15, day 16, day 17, and just continue pushing on, I promise you, you will find success in what you're doing. I know, easier said than done. I know that, and even for you to have these kinds of thoughts and to know that it hasn't been easy, I look at that as you acknowledging the issue and facing it head on. Because how many times have you had these issues and then succumbed to it and then just let it completely encapsulate you, and then your routine completely unravels, versus you just picking yourself back up and saying, nope, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. This is no different than me eating 9,500 calories, talking about my refeed yesterday where I ended up eating 10 extra cookies or however many it was because I couldn't control myself. There's no starting over. It's just learning from my mistakes. Even if the same mistakes keep happening over and over and over and over and over again, even though I still have the same issues of refeeding and eating too much, and why am I eating this when I know I shouldn't? It keeps happening. But when I think about what day 700, and I don't even know what day I'm in right now. What day am I in right now? Day 706? When I look at day 706 versus day 1, so much has changed over that time. I can almost guarantee you, Happy Bunny, day 50 will look so much different than day 1. Day 100 will look so much different than day 1. My advice to you is to just keep sticking through it. Keep sticking through it. Ms. Peaceful One, I see you in here, or at least I see your message. Hope you have a good day at work. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for sharing with us. Tanya says here, hey everyone, I'm still going strong. Been fasting since last Saturday. So you're 1 week in. Tanya, congrats on a 1 week fast at this point. You're still going strong. I'm also wondering, how are you feeling? Are you feeling good? Can you function properly? Can you keep it moving? It sounds like you are. So I love that for you, Tanya. Please keep us posted. Congrats. Congrats on being a week in. Congrats. Mandla says, hi, everyone. I hope you're good. Day 11 of ADF broke at 41 hours. Congrats, Mandla, at a 41 hour. Today was a refeed day for me. I enjoyed a burger and chips with no guilt. I've once again hit the timer. I love that for you. And this is exactly what I'm talking about, again, with imperfect consistency. I don't know what it feels like for you, Mandla, to have no guilt eating this refeed this time. I don't know if past refeeds would cause you to feel so guilty that you wouldn't even hit a timer, that it would cause you to feel so guilty that you would say, well, I already ate a burger and chips. I'm going to eat more. I'm going to eat now a pizza. I'm now going to eat an entire chocolate cake, whatever that might be. So a huge win. At the same time, Mandla, I also am wondering, and it's completely fine if you ate a burger and chips and you're full and you're good to push through another ADF. It sounds like you are, but also to remind you to make sure that you're still putting in other good whole foods as well. You know me, I don't want to say people need to eat X, Y, and Z way. I just want you to make it sustainable and long-term, and I want you to continue to do good things for yourself. So congrats, Mandla. Congrats. Please keep us posted on your journey. Keep going. Yeah, even Kevin says here, nice work. You're building a new habit, and that's exactly true. Exactly that. Aisha shares, I had a great vegan refeed yesterday. I ate clean as possible, only gained 2 pounds from yesterday's morning weight. That's also a huge win. Many of us feel really decimated after a refeed and we gain 4, 5, 6 pounds. And it ends up being this guilty feeling, shameful feeling like, well, I gained all this weight eating this. I negated all my work when they don't realize that it's just water weight after pushing a prolonged fast. I weighed in today at 190. I'm now almost 24 hours fasted in a nearly 120-hour fast. Congrats, Aisha. Thank you for sharing with us. I'm also sure it must feel great to only push up 2 pounds on the scale. Aisha shared with us on the last refeed that she had. I believe it was somewhere between a 10 and 12 pound gain, if I remember correctly. So look at that huge change, a 10 to 12 pound gain. Most people who would gain that much would completely find themselves going the opposite way because they're like, well, what the hell? Why would it do this? What's the point? And here's Aisha pushing through, eating super clean, pushing really hard at that moment versus what might have happened last time and saying, okay, I got it this time. Here is a better round of fasting and refeeding. Here's a cleaner round of doing it. Time to move on. Time to push on for another longer fast. Congrats, Aisha. Thank you for sharing with us. Ian says, I completed another 20-hour fast today. Congrats, Ian. Congrats. I'm going to push towards 36 hours later in the week. Keep us posted, Ian. Congrats on being so consistent with what you're doing. Yeah, even Aisha says here, I'm also wearing a pair of size 10 jeans I couldn't fit into nearly 3 months ago as I was 46 pounds heavier. They fit perfectly now. Huge win. Again, another non-scale victory, a really big non-scale victory that many of us overlook because we get obsessed with the number on the scale. So I love that for you, Aisha. Thank you for sharing with us. Okay, I'm going to scroll down here. I want to make sure I can at least cover a few more here as well. Thanks for the kind words on me wearing blue. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, Maggie May says the same thing. Weight on the scale went up 1.6 pounds this morning after my refeed yesterday. Not too bad. Not at all, especially for me who gains anywhere between 4 and 6 pounds per refeed. This is just, I look at these when I highlight things like I gained 2 pounds, I gained 3 pounds, I gained whatever on my refeed. It's just a reminder to show all of you, don't stress about it. Don't worry about it so much. The scale is going to do what it's going to do. You only have so much control when it comes to that scale. Look at your non-scale victories. Thank you for sharing with us, Maggie. Deja says, hey everyone, had a big refeed yesterday after my 5-day fast. So just a reminder for anyone who's watching this. Deja finished a 5-day fast, had a big refeed, only gained a pound. Fasting again today and tomorrow to get under 170, hopefully. Congrats. Those are those good days. I mean, I cannot remember the last time I refed and only gained a pound. I don't know if I'm really going to have a day like that in the future. We'll see. We'll see. Karima says, slacked off for a minute. Now I'm back on the ball with a 72-hour fast. I love that for you, Karima. Some advice as well is remember, whether you get to 72 hours or not, it doesn't matter. If you get to 60, if you get to 30, if it ends up being a 23, all you do is you break, you refeed, and you start again. Push again for another 72 or whatever that might be. And I'm not saying that because I'm not saying that you can't get through a 72. I just want to remind you that you should always have a backup plan. And that backup plan doesn't mean it's time to slack off for a minute. It means that you're just going to get right back on it. You're going to hit your timer. You're going to do what you need to do, and you're going to keep pushing forward. Thank you for sharing with us, Karima. Elmada says, I had 20 hours of a fast, but today I did eat after 6 hours again. I restarted the timer, and here I am. I think I need to rethink my refeeds. So this is a really good moment for you too, Elmadas, is maybe the refeeds are too short right now. Maybe you're not eating enough nutrient-dense foods. But I also love the fact that, number one, you shared this with us because most people wouldn't. But also, two, that you did eat again and then you hit your timer. And then you've also realized, hey, I might need to rethink the way I eat. Maybe I need to do something different. Maybe I need to give myself a really nutritious, nutrient-dense refeed. Or the other thing you might think about as well is, for some of us, maybe it just means, hey, I might need a break from fasting for as long as I'm currently fasting. You have options and you can play around with it. So keep us posted, Almadas. Thank you for sharing with us. Tay says, starting my 62-hour fast again tonight. Tay, keep us posted. Congrats. I don't know if you exactly finished your last longer one, but thank you for sharing it with us, Tay. Thank you. Margaret says, I love when people ask if I have any big plans for the weekend, like I'm going skydiving or something exciting. I'm 71. Maybe go to Walmart, do some laundry, grocery shopping. I mean, I'm sure there are people who are maybe going skydiving in their 70s. I don't know. I've never done it. I don't think I could. I think I'd be a little too scared to do that. For the Good says, I had a bowl of Greek yogurt and a green juice today, just simply not hungry today. So that was enough. Listening to my body is a beautiful thing. Down to 116, feeling in control of my body. Congrats, congrats. This is also a really good example, again, of listening to your hunger pangs, listening to see if your body is truly hungry for a big amount of food or to just keep things small. And maybe go through a shorter fast, and then the next time you break, have a more nutritious meal. Remember, this isn't just about fasting forever. This isn't just about eating the cleanest. This is about enjoying your journey, doing something long term, doing something that you know will last. We can do hard things. We're all capable of doing hard, amazing things. And I want to see people push when they can push. At the same time, there's also nothing wrong with giving yourself a little slack because it's, for example, the weekend. It's Saturday today. You might have plans later tonight. You might be going out for drinks. You might be going out to a fancy restaurant for dinner. You might be going to a friend's place and maybe it's game night and you're ordering 18 pizzas. I don't know what that looks like. But does it also mean that Sunday has to be bad too? Does it also mean that Friday had to be bad too because you knew you were going to be eating on Saturday? No, that's what I mean. When it comes to weight loss and it comes to the weekends, there's nothing wrong with enjoying the weekend. There's nothing wrong with indulging a bit. There's nothing wrong with having a day on a weekday where you overeat or you go out with friends or whatever it might be. All I'm saying is you don't have to throw away the day, the week, the month completely. That's the only difference. Nobody is saying that you cannot enjoy yourself during the weekend. All it means is just putting some mindfulness into what you're doing to still take care of yourself in a way that maybe you haven't before because you're just used to throwing away the day or the weekend because it's a habit that you're used to doing over and over and over. Lucy. Hi, Lucy. I don't know if I've seen you on here before. It also looks like you're a Finally Fasting fam member. Lucy says, hey, y'all, I made it through a 36-hour fast, lost 2 pounds. Congrats on your 36 hours. One of my goals was to not drink alcohol, but I was getting groceries and ended it getting a Sam Adams Oktoberfest. It's that time of year for Oktoberfest. It's that time of year for those kinds of beers. I mean, I love that you're not beating yourself up about it. You accomplished a 36-hour fast. You got some weight off on the scale. Yes, one of your goals wasn't to drink alcohol, but it looks like you put some control into that. Nothing wrong with that either. So I love that for you, Lucy. Keep us posted on your journey. Nice to see you in here. Thank you for sharing with us. Jion, I see you in here. Hello, hello. I'm just scrolling down here just to see if there's anything else. Jion, yes, I know. It's 5 a.m. for you, so time difference it's obviously a big difference, and it's harder for some people. It's also hard for me to cater to everyone, so I get it. Peace to all, says Jerome. I'm at 71 hours of my 100-hour fast, thinking about food now, but I'm hanging in. Hang in there. Peace to all. Congrats on being 71 hours in. Also remember, are you truly hungry? Do you absolutely have to eat right now? Can you function like a normal human being? If the answer to that is no, then maybe it's, do I need to get some electrolytes? I used to just take a pinch of salt, put it under my tongue, and that would keep me going. For other people, sometimes it means taking bone broth. For other people, it means having a 0-calorie drink, and to see if that can actually prolong your fast. And if it doesn't, and you still feel like you need to break, then it's just a matter of breaking. 71 is great, but I'm rooting for you for your 100-hour. Keep me posted, keep us posted. Peace to all. Thank you for sharing. Ryder, how's it going? Nice to see you. Hello, hello. Hi, Elle. It's nice to see you in here as well. And actually, this is really great to share with Jion. Jion, I get it. I know every time you're here, it's pretty much the same situation that you're in. And Elle brings something great up here too. Elle says, I recommend not focusing on fasting for now. And this is also a really great recommendation. Maybe for you right now, it doesn't mean that you're going to be fasting overnight. It doesn't mean that you're going to be fasting even 23 hours. Maybe right now it means doing a 16-hour fast, a 14-hour fast, or just working exactly what Elle says on the way you eat. Because if you find yourself just completely going overboard, then maybe what you're doing is you're restricting yourself too much. So this is a great, great piece of advice, Elle. Thank you for sharing with us. Okay. I need to get into my nerd stats. I might move down here a little bit and just read a couple more. Cap Rising says, my routine fell apart the last 2 days. I gained 4 pounds. Back to fasting today, not too worried. I know I ate too many carby calories and sometimes the emotions get the better of me. And this is very common. Cap Rising, first of all, thank you for sharing with us. It isn't easy to share something like this, but when you say your routine fell apart the last 2 days, the only thing that I would have to say is, was it something that triggered you? Was there something that got the best of you? And I'm not saying you have to answer this here. This is just maybe for some internal processing. Was there something that you were trying to avoid where food became the issue? And maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, but maybe it's just a time for self-reflection on that. But I also love that not only did you share this with us, but you know where the issue came to be, maybe eating something a little too carby, maybe not as nutrient dense. And you also know that you have trigger points for your emotions to get to you and make you feel a certain way. You know what you need to do. You know how to get back on it. So I appreciate you sharing that with us, Cap Rising. Please keep us posted. Thank you for sharing with us. Thank you for being vulnerable in that way. Miss Peaceful One. I thought you were at work. Miss Peaceful One with a $5 super chat. Miss Peaceful One, thank you for the support. Miss Peaceful One says, hey, 21 hours into a 72-hour fast. Thank you for sharing with us. Just got home from work. Oh, you just got home. Well, I'm glad you made it. Too many people scheduled. I'll take advantage of this day. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to you, Miss Peaceful One. Keep pushing that 72-hour. Keep pushing that. I love that for you. Thank you for sharing with us. And again, thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate the support. Thank you again, Miss Peaceful One. I'm going to scroll back up here because I think somebody had a question that I think, oh, where did that go? See, I lost my place. That's what happens. And I see other comments on here too. So I'm just going to try to read what I can. AJ says, I'm trying to do rotating fast right now. So when you say rotating, are you talking about alternating fasts? Something that I used to do, like a 42, then a 65, then a 42, then a 65, or like a 65 and a 90. But either way, AJ's down 6 pounds in 2 weeks, 60 more to go. Congrats on being six pounds down. Hopefully you can lose it by the new year. And here's the thing too, AJ, whether you drop 60 pounds by the end of the year, which would be amazing, whether you drop 60 or 40 or 20, still progress, still continuing to push on. So share with us regardless. Thank you. Thank you, AJ. Jennifer says, I accomplished doing 2 days of all liquids. Congrats. Congrats, Jennifer. I need to put it in rotation to get this weight off. You're figuring out what works for you. I love that for you. Just remember, it doesn't mean that it has to be like this all the time either. Play around with it. Listen to your body. See how you feel. Move things around if you need to. Practice imperfect consistency. Thank you for sharing with us, Jennifer. AJ with a $5 super chat. AJ, thank you for the support. I just read your comment. AJ says, yeah, I saw your video and wanted to do what you did. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Let me know how that goes. What frequency of fasting are you doing, AJ? Is it 42s and 65s? Is it a mix? Is it even more than that? I just love that you are incorporating something that you want to try out and see if it works. This is AJ. Again, thank you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate the donation. I'm going to say this is, remember, your fasting routine can vary. It doesn't have to be 42, 42, 42, 42, 72, 72, 72, 72, 96, 96, 96. It does not have to be the same fast all day, every day, over and over and over. Fasts can vary. I have had rounds of 42s and 65s and 90s and 23s. Your fasting routine should be changing. Your fasting routine should evolve. Your fasting routine should work with you. And it doesn't mean that you won't have uncomfortable moments. It doesn't mean that you aren't going to push a long fast because you are feeling it. You should be able to do that, but also give yourself grace, give yourself the opportunity to fast shorter, fast longer. I mean, it's as simple as that. Do not feel tied to a certain number. Do not feel tied to doing what everyone else is doing, because you're not them. I'm not you. You're not me. You have to find out what your journey looks like. That's what it's all about. Okay, I'm going to scroll back up here. I said I need to get into my nerd stats, but I'm still here trying to read everyone's comments. Writer says, I give myself grace and I love myself. I'm kind to myself. I used to, quote unquote, punish myself and not allow myself my favorite bad foods. Now I do, and I go into a fast. I know how to manage my eating now. Writer, this is huge. This is huge. This is also very reminiscent of me. And this is also why I preach what I preach today. And that's why even when I weighed at my heaviest, and you all saw it when I was live streaming back in November of 2023, almost 2 years ago, I would still say to continue to love yourself and respect yourself regardless of what you weigh on the scale. Because I was in that situation where I didn't give myself grace and I didn't love myself in the way I do today. It's easy to punish ourselves in these types of ways because we feel like we're just not good enough to be who we are today. When in fact, the way I look at it is the more you believe in yourself, the more confidence you have in yourself today is only going to make you stronger pushing on. And Writer shares it in a really great way here, is no longer punishing themselves, but saying, hey, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to push through. I'm going to do the best that I can. And if I don't do everything I thought I was going to do today, there's always tomorrow. There's always now. There are other things I can do for myself outside of fasting, eating the best, exercising intensely. So thank you for sharing that with us, Writer. Thank you for sharing that with us. That's big. That honestly is huge. Jonathan says, thanks for your channel. You're very welcome. I need to get on a program. Jonathan, I mean, get on a program if you need to, but also the program doesn't have to be difficult. All you have to do is just hit your timer and start fasting and do what you need to do, whatever that looks like. Hopefully that's a little more encouraging, because sometimes I think many of us get stuck. We get stuck into, okay, this is what I need to do, and I need to do this and that, when in reality, sometimes all that you need to do is say, hey, it's 8 p.m. I finished dinner. I'm going to start fasting now. I'm going to sleep in about 2 or 3 hours. And then when I wake up, I'll be 12, 13 hours fasted, and I'll see if I can make it through breakfast. And then eat lunch, maybe break at 17 hours and be like, okay, I'm feeling hungry. Let me eat the best way that I can. And then I'll hit my timer and go again. Jonathan, keep us posted on what that looks like for you. I mean, if anything, maybe all that matters now is you just start and you just go. Keep us posted. Melly Mel says, hey everyone, 2 days ago, weighed in under 200 for the first time in a year. Wow, congratulations on the success with that, Melly Mel. but then ate horribly for the next 2 days. I'm not quitting nor restarting, but I need to figure out why I self-sabotage. This is a really opening thing to share, or a really transparent thing to share. So thank you. But at the same time, Melly Mel, you're not the first and you won't be the last. I cannot tell you how many people I talk to, how many people I've coached, how many people even share something similar to this. I mean, even as Melly Mel shares this, how many of you have been in this situation? You get to a weight close to your goal, or you manage to lose a good amount of weight and you know you still have more weight to lose, but then you find yourself completely going off the rails. It's happened to me. It's happened to Melly Mel, and it's probably happened to many other people in here as well. The reasons for self-sabotage could be many. It could be you're pushing too hard and you want to celebrate, or you internally you tell your brain, I've gotten this far. I deserve to eat now. I deserve to have X, Y, and Z. I mean, I get that way. I still get that way. On my last refeed, after I ate super clean and I finished at under 3,000 calories, I ended up eating an additional 700 calories. Not because I was hungry, not because I was particularly wanting to eat more, but because I ate so clean and I was like, I just want this. I deserve it. I deserve to eat these cookies. I deserve to not film myself eating it. Who knows? Who knows? Even I don't have the answer to that. It could be some other underlying issue, but I don't know what that answer is yet. Hopefully, I will start figuring things out along the way, but I still look at it as a win because I didn't eat 6,000 calories. I didn't order Grubhub. And even for you, Melly Mel, to be like, I'm not quitting. I'm not going to restart. I'm not going to day one it. I'm just going to keep moving on. And I'm going to figure out why I do this. What put me here? How can I move forward from that? So thank you for sharing with us, Melly Mel. Megan says, hey, everyone, camping today, day 11. Megan, just like, and I can't remember now who was a week in. Megan, thank you for sharing with us. Thank you for letting us know you're 11 days in. And here's another thing too. Megan's out on the weekend right now, camping, 11 days fasted. We can do hard things. We can do amazing things. And Megan is showing that right now. Congrats, Megan, on your fast, on your prolonged fast. Claddy says, after a week fast, is it okay to go into rolling 90s? I've done it. I don't know if I should get a scale for a while. It may mess with my head. Don't worry about the scale, Claddy. If you trust the process and you are expending more calories than you're taking in, I wouldn't worry so much about it. Think about your non-scale victories. Think about your smaller clothes. Are they fitting better? How's your energy? Is your energy good? Are you sleeping well? Also, just because I was doing rolling 90s after doing a week-long fast doesn't mean that it's going to work for you either. It doesn't mean that it's going to be the best thing for you either. Feel it out. Trial and error it. I mean, at the very beginning of my journey, when I was at my heaviest weight, it was, I think, the third week of November. I was doing 90-hour fasts, and then I decided to do a 163, so shy of 168 for a week, but I went right back into 90s after that. I was fine. But again, it's going to be different from person to person. Keep us posted. Let us know. Okay, everyone, I'm going to read maybe one or two more here before I move on. Hi, A. It's so nice to see you, A. I don't see A often. Anyway, that's a different story. A is on our Wednesday live streams, and it's always nice to see A hop on when they're able to. Okay, I'm going to scroll down here. I really need to get into my nerd stats. We're already 47 minutes into this. But if you want to share anything, please feel free to share. If you want to throw something up there, I will try to post it up if I can. But I also want to be able to talk about my journey and let you know where I'm at, because it's important for me to do the same. So today is Saturday, October 11th. Today is day 706 of my journey. I've been doing this now for 100 plus weeks. Actually, tomorrow will be 101 weeks of this journey. Has it been perfect? No. Has it been full of fasting only? No. Has it been the cleanest eating days every single day? No. Has it been 10,000, 15,000 steps every single day? No. It's been a mixture of good and bad days. Yes, the good days outweigh the bad days. Yes, there have been some string of bad days where the weight was really pushing itself up, but it did not. I told myself, do not restart. Do not say day one. Do not run away from it. Do not hide. All those things still happen. There were days that I hid. There were days that I wanted to run away. There were days I even binged. I even got myself in the deep end, but I did not say day one. Instead, I ended up coming back and being accountable. I shared. I became honest. I became transparent with everything that I'm doing, and that's still continuing today. In the last 80 days, I have been live streaming on a daily basis, and I've been doing that for my own accountability. In the last 80 days, I have done a mix of fasts, shorter fasts, longer fasts. You'll see at the very first bullet, 9 rounds of ADF, eating about 2,700 calories, and I dropped 21 pounds in 18 days. After that, I had a very big refeed day. I ate 7,500 calories, gained 7 pounds, but then did a 93-hour fast and ended up losing almost 10 pounds, then being down 24 pounds in 3 weeks. I show this slide because this is me not adhering to only one kind of fasting regimen. ADF, 90 hours, 60 hours, eating 3,000 calories, eating 6,000 calories, eating almost close to 10,000 calories. And even on this slide, a week of vacation, practicing different types of fasting, enjoying myself with friends and family, practicing imperfect consistency. My life is not just this straight line of consistency. It's not just, this is what's going to happen. You can be consistent in what you're doing, but your life is going to be all over the place. Life will come at you in all different ways. The thing about my last 706 days of my journey, and I know many people can relate. Many of us, we get thrown curveballs. Life will throw us a curveball and you'll be like, how am I supposed to deal with this right now? What am I supposed to do? I didn't know that this weekend was going to look like this. I didn't know that someone in my family was going to get sick or hurt or even worse. How am I going to deal with this? What am I going to do now? The answer is, I don't know. I don't know. But the way I think about it is, can you still show up for yourself on these days, on those hard days? Maybe not. Maybe the way you'll handle it is an old habit of coping, which might be eating, which might be overeating, which might be binging. Maybe your way of dealing with something is by completely ignoring it and saying, well, I'm just going to deal with it tomorrow. If you know that that happens, if you know you're capable of doing something like that, I'm also not saying that, how dare you have that happen? And why would you let that happen? That's not what I'm saying either. But you need to confront that. You need to be like, yeah, this is what I do. I want to stop this from happening. I want to do things for myself that will make this happen less and less and less. It's hard because I even know eventually something is going to completely backtrack me. I mean, if I'm being candid, when I leave, when I move out of the country, I don't know what it's going to look like for me maybe the first week or 2 weeks. I don't know how long it's going to take for me to settle in. I don't know if it's going to cause me to eat or overeat or go completely off the rails because I'm in a completely different environment. I don't know where anything is. I don't know how I'm going to get. Listen, I don't even know if the new place I'm going to right now is going to have sheets on the bed. I don't even know. I'm not exactly sure. I have no idea. I don't know what's furnished. I don't know what's not. I don't even know what cooking utensils are there. So I have no idea what my life's going to look like. And all I know is I have to keep my habits strong and realize that I cannot cope with food in a bad way. It might happen. And if it does, then I know that the next step for me is to be accountable and share it and talk about a plan and figure out what's next. But we'll see. We'll see. I've been on this journey for 706 days. The last 705 days has been, first of all, I can't believe it's already been this long. But in the very beginning of my journey, I pushed really, really hard. In the first 142 days of my journey, I lost 80 pounds, less than 5 months, fasting for about 93 hours. But over the last 700 plus days, my fasting average right now is a little over 2 days. My refeeding time is about 6 hours. This is also just to show you all, yeah, I might have been fasting for 93 hours for 4 days at the very first 5 months of my journey. That's what it might have been at the very beginning, but it isn't that today. My fasts today are a lot shorter than they used to be. And so it's important that you understand that your journey is going to fluctuate. Your journey will evolve. Your journey will change. Your fasting time will change. The way you eat will change. And whatever that looks like, you got to figure it out. You got to figure out, do I like this? Is this working? If it isn't, time to tweak, time to optimize. Shauna says, and Shauna, I did see your comment about this. I'm back to that Amazon store idea, just saying. And I will definitely consider this. I've done this before on my first round of my journey, and people were very helpful. So maybe I will put up an Amazon wish list if it's something that some of you might want to do, so we can order you things and have it shipped to the Philippines to an Amazon drop slot. It's possible. I'll look at it. Shauna. Thank you for the suggestion, though. When I finally move and do all of that, I will look into it. So it is a great suggestion. It's a very kind one as well. So thank you for even suggesting that. Thank you. Okay, so in my last 10 rounds of refeeds, I have been eating some days under 3,000, some days over 5,000, and some days somewhere in the middle of that. Have my refeeds always been the cleanest? No, of course not. This is, again, imperfect consistency at work. This is me showing you that I eat a good amount of calories. I am not fixated on a certain number. I am not fixated on a specific kind of macronutrient. I'm not saying fat only, carbs only, protein only. Sure, I prioritize things. Sure, of course, I am trying to keep my calories under a certain limit, but I am not going to beat myself up if I overeat calories or I eat more fat one day, or I eat less protein the next, or I eat a ton of carbs, or I eat too little carbs. I know that at the end of the day, I just want to eat what makes me feel good, what gives me good blood work numbers, that I can eat whole, clean foods, that I prioritize my protein. I'm not too worried about the rest of it. The rest of it will work itself out as I continue working on my journey. Over my last 10 refeed weights and fasted weights, You will see I will gain anywhere between 4 to 6 pounds, sometimes more, sometimes less after a refeed. Did I gain 4 to 6 pounds of fat? No, I didn't. How do I know that? Look at where it's highlighted in green. After a 24+ hour fast, I will also lose 4 to 6 pounds afterwards. Does it mean that I also lost 4 to 6 pounds of fat after a 24+ hour fast? No, of course not. That's crazy. Why would that happen? A lot of it is water weight. A lot of it is waste. That number on the scale is going to do what it wants to do, and there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, there are things you can do about it, obviously, but whatever that number is going to say is going to say. And you shouldn't let it get in your head in that way. That kind of rhymed. My weight this morning after a 24+ hour fast was at 141.4. At this point, everyone, I am officially in the low 140s. It's been 3 refeeds or 5 refeeds in a row where I'm under 143 pounds, or five fasted days in a row of under 145 pounds. The majority, honestly, in these last 9 or 10 has been under 145. And this isn't even after a prolonged fast, except for one, when I did a 65. Otherwise, all of these are just after fasting for one day. I have been stuck around the 140s for a while. And for a while, I was stuck in the high 140s. And then I was somewhere in the mid 140s. And now I'm in the low 140s. What has changed? What has gotten me there? Nothing. I haven't changed anything except continuing to work on my journey, continuing to work on limiting my calories. I trust the process. It's working. And for anyone that's like, but that's so slow. Why are you not at your goal weight yet? First of all, yeah, I might have a number I might be trying to aim for, but I'm really not worried about the number on the scale. All I'm worried about is, am I lifting? Am I keeping my muscle? Am I building muscle? Am I continuing to put myself in a big enough caloric deficit to lose the rest of the body fat on me? Over my last 37 refeeds, my average refeed time around 5 hours, my average calories per refeed a little over 4,000, my average protein per refeed above 200. My average calories are higher than where I want it to be, but that isn't changing what I'm doing. I will still aim to keep my calories low, although I know I cannot do that every single time. This is just to show you that it doesn't matter if I'm still eating 4,000 calories, 5,000 calories, 6,000 calories. I am still going to keep pushing on my journey. I am still going to do everything that I need to do to keep myself where I need to be. And that's through more than just fasting. My average daily steps over the last 80 days have been over 15,000 steps. I mean, if we're being honest, my steps per day over the last almost 2 years is around this number. I'm sure it's around 12,000 or 14,000 steps. Actually, let's take a look. In the last year, my average step count is around 13,000 steps. That's in the last year, from November 2024 to November 2025. In the last 2 years, it's probably somewhere around there. In the last 6 months, it's around 15,000 steps. Does it mean that you have to walk that many steps every day? No, it doesn't. I walk a lot because I enjoy it. I live in Chicago. I walk around everywhere. I climb steps. I ride a kick scooter around. I rarely drive a car. So for me, walking is just second nature. I enjoy it. Your form of cardio might be different. It might not be steps. It might be riding a bike, going for a swim, playing a sport, whatever it might be. But it's not just my steps. It's also my strength training. Every morning after a refeed, I lift weights. Why do I lift weights? Because I'm trying to keep muscle. I'm trying to build muscle. The more muscle I have, the higher my metabolism goes up. The higher my metabolism goes up, the more calories I burn. The more calories I burn, the more fat I lose. The more calories I burn, the more opportunity I get to eat more calories. I know I say that a lot, so I feel like I have that pretty memorized. I also follow an 80-20 rule, meaning 80% of the time I do what I'm supposed to be doing. 80% of the time I'm fasting. 80% of the time I'm keeping my calories in check. 80% of the time I'm getting my steps in, my sleep down, my strength training in. In the last 80 days, 67 of those days have been 80% days. But look at my 20% days. My 20% days are days where I go out with friends. I go out drinking. I go out to a game. I go have fun with other people. I'm going on vacation. I'm eating a lot. I'm eating fast food. I'm eating a bunch of junk food. But look at how often that happens. In the last 80 days, I have had 13 20% days. Just a very small amount of those days that happen. Yeah, I eat a lot of calories, 5,900 calories on my 20% days, but it is only a small amount, 13 of the last 80 days that has happened. Does it mean that you need to eat 5,900 calories and have 20% days? No, it doesn't. Does it mean that you need to have an 80-20 split? No, it doesn't. You could have a 90-10 split. You can have a 70-30 split. You don't have to have a split at all. If you're somebody that can just eat healthy day in and day out, and maybe you eat out once a month, well, more power to you, because that's like a 98-2 split, maybe even better. I just share that with you as an additional tool for you to use if you think it might keep you doing something sustainable and long-term. The reason I have those 20% days is because on the days where I eat whatever I want, to me, it's like mental relief. In a way, people might call it a cheat day. I really don't like calling it that. To me, it's just, hey, today I get to refeed on some of the other foods that I normally don't eat. Because I think many of you who watch me have those 20% days, I still try to eat healthy. I still try to hit my protein goal. I still hit a timer. I still go for my walks. I still do a lot of the normal things I do. The only thing that changes really is the diet. I still stay on my routine. My refeed goals. I'm eating tonight, everyone. I'm currently, did I share this with you yet? Maybe not. I am currently 42 hours fasted, and I'm going to be breaking later tonight, probably in the next 2 hours or so. And my goal tonight is to keep my calories under 3,000 and to keep my protein above 190. Whether I hit that goal tonight or not has yet to be seen. If you look at the bottom there, all the dates highlighted in green were days that I hit my refeed goal. All the dates that are highlighted in red, I went way over my calories. On that Saturday, I believe I ate, I'm looking at my notes here, 5,300 calories. And then on the days highlighted in yellow, I didn't eat under 3,000, but I also didn't eat over 4,000. So those days in yellow are kind of like halfway days. What is tomorrow going to look like? I have no idea. But my goal is to keep tonight's refeed under 3,000 calories and keep the protein above 190. Whether I do that or not has yet to be seen, but I will be filming it all. I will be sharing that with you as I do every single day. Every time I have a refeed, I share it because that's my level of accountability. I really enjoy showing this lately. This is my calorie pace for the month of October. I had to remove one row here because there's just not enough space. I might end up making 2 sheets eventually, but my goals for October, it's not even a fasting goal. I will be fasting. I am still fasting. Fasting is still important for me, but my real goal for the month of October is to be in a caloric deficit of at least 10,500 calories or 3 pounds of body fat. Why? Because I don't care what the scale says. I honestly do not care what the scale says. I care more that I lose 3 additional pounds of body fat. I care more that my clothes fit me properly. I care more that this belly fat, this excess belly fat I have, continues to get off of my body. I care more that I build muscle. Obviously, building more muscle is going to push the scale up. So why should I care what the scale says when all that I really truly care about is losing body fat and maintaining or adding muscle onto my body? If we look at this very detailed spreadsheet, this pretty much is showing you calories in, calories out for the month of October. So far, as of yesterday, I have had close to 18,000 calories in, and I have expended 23,000 calories. I am currently at about a 5,000 calorie deficit, and that's about 1.5 pounds of body fat lost. That's already halfway to my goal. But I know that it won't stay that way because I'm refeeding tonight. If you look at the calorie pace, if you look at the very last row, if you look at the very last row, it shows that I'm at a 5,040 calorie deficit, and my calorie pace means that I should be at least 3,300 or 3,390 calorie deficit. And I'm there. I'm past that. But depending on how much I eat tonight, that could be thrown off tomorrow. And I say that because every single day that passes, that deficit grows. Every single day, I'm trying to put myself at a 340 calorie deficit. Why? Because that's how many calories I need to be at a deficit every day to lose 3 pounds of body fat. And I'm going to get there. I am completely going to get there. I am so focused on making sure I hit my goals this month because I really want to lean out. I want to lean out as best as I can and feel good, but we'll see what that looks like. So those are my nerd stats for today. For some reason today, I feel so out of breath. I feel like I've just been talking a lot or maybe speaking at a stronger pace. I don't know. Anyway, it's time for Fit Check, everyone. If you're not aware of what Fit Check is, that's where I stand back here. That's what I show you what I look like physically. Why do I do Fit Check? Why do I stand back there? Because that is another layer of accountability for me. Remember, this is an accountability live stream. These live streams are me pretty much sharing everything that I can with you all. I'm being as accountable and as transparent as I can be. So I will stand back here, whether or not I gain 10 pounds in a day, or if I lose 5 pounds after a 30 plus hour fast, because I want to be accountable no matter what. Think about it like this for you. If you gain 5 pounds after a refeed, if you gain 3 pounds after a refeed and you feel completely bloated, have you ever been in a place where you're like, I don't want to go out today. I don't want people to see me. I don't want to blah, 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 whatever that might be. And I don't blame you. I totally understand. I don't like that feeling either. And in a lot of ways, I used to hide that, but I would do it in a really bad way because, for example, if I felt really bloated one day and I'm like, I don't want to be seen in public. And I'll be like, well, I already feel this way and I'm already hiding and nobody can see me. So maybe I'll also eat again today. Maybe I'll also order Grubhub today. Maybe I will order Uber Eats. Maybe I'll go to the store and pick up a bunch of cookies and eat the entire package because you know what? Today is already shot. Oh, you know what? It's Saturday. It's already the weekend. Nobody's going to see me the entire weekend. I can hide the entire weekend. I can hide and nobody will see me. So what does it matter? This is why I do Fit Check. This is why I show up every day because that's how important the accountability is for me. This is what helps keep me in check. Okay, Fit Check. I have been overweight my entire life. As a child, I think I'm like 5 years old here. I think this is my kindergarten picture, just FYI, but overweight my entire life. As an adolescent, in my teenage years, I was already morbidly obese. If I remember correctly, I think I was maybe 19 years old here. I have other photos of me when I was younger than that too. I should add them in here. But also in my 20s, in my 30s, and even in my 40s. I have weighed as heavy as 235 pounds, and I've also weighed as light as 125 pounds. I share those photos so that you understand that I didn't just become morbidly obese recently. I have been this way my entire life, but I have lost this weight and now kept it off for almost 2 years naturally, not through medication, not through things like GLP-1, not through weight loss surgery. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't look into those things. I'm not saying that you should stop your medication, but I share that so you understand that I have been able to lose this weight even at 44 years old today naturally. For many people who think it's too late, I can't do this, how can I ever? I've never been able to. Here's me showing you that you could do it even in your mid 40s. I think that's all I have to say. So let's go ahead. Let's do fit check. I'm currently wearing a size extra large boys shirt because I have lost all this weight. I usually wear boys clothes. These pants I'm wearing are a large or whatever boys. You know what sucks too is it's October, everyone. I think the high today was like 64. I can't wear shorts anymore. I can only wear shorts again when I go back to the Philippines. And unless we get some weird heat wave, which maybe could happen, my shorts might be retired until I move out of the country. So anyway, we'll go ahead. We'll do fit check. Front shot here. Again, this is a boy's extra large, and these are boys' pants here. I just say that so that if you ever wondered how small I really am, just go to the boys department and look for a boys extra large or even a boys large, because even this is starting to be a little big on me. Like this feels a little loose at this point. So anyway, side shot, rear, side. Here's the thing too. So this, Dan, how's it going, Dan? It's nice to see you. Here's the thing too. You see how this says large? I don't know if any of you are familiar with Cat and Jack, but that's the boy. This is the kids section. This is the kids section at Target. But this is, it's too hard to see, but that's a large boys, right? This is a large boys. I'm just going to show you what that looks like. This is how small I've gotten at this point. Like this fits me. It's very form fitting, but it fits me fine, right? Like it doesn't. That's the point I'm at now, right? This is also why I say I do not care what the scale says. It doesn't matter if the scale says 145 or 135, because all that matters to me is, am I losing excess body fat? Am I gaining muscle, keeping my muscle? All of those things matter more to me than what a number on the scale says. Because, right, like this right here, this is the body fat. This is what I'm trying to get rid of. And whether that is a combination of belly fat and loose skin, I have yet to see, but I know that I still have some body fat that I can lose. So let's see, after I lose 3 pounds of body fat in October by being at a caloric deficit of 10,500, will this be better? But here's the thing is, I already know, because these shirts, usually after a refeed, I could not wear them after a refeed because I felt really, really bloated. But today, even after a refeed, even if I ate 5,000 calories, I could probably wear this and feel fine. this wasn't something that I could do before. And a big reason is because of muscle. This is also why I do not really care about what the scale says, because I know I have been, my composition, me today at 143 pounds is so much different than me at 143 pounds back in March of 2024. Because I continue to go to the gym, I continue to lift heavier. And yes, I pay the price with loose skin, right? Like as I show, it is something that I do not care for. And you can see it does not bounce back like it used to. But I have this loose skin because my face used to be so much bigger. Like look at my neck there. So I look at this as, what am I going to do? I'm 44 years old. I have loose skin on the bottom of my belly. I have loose skin on my upper arms that are here, right? But it's not deterring me from doing what I'm doing. It's also one of the reasons that like I try to lift heavy, right? Like it's, as I do this, it's important for me to like, hopefully as I continue to like build muscle, that it helps with the loose skin. So that's kind of where I'm at and what I'm doing. Dan says, I agree. I quit being the scales bitch as well. I love that, Dan. It's nice to see you, Dan. Nice to see you here. Thank you all for the kind words. Thank you, A. A says, I can tell you're leaning out, Jerome. Way to go. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you so much. So, okay, we'll do Q&A. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them now. I will answer any questions that you might have. And even if it isn't a question and you just want to talk about something specifically, I'll be happy to go over that. In the meantime, while you might have some questions, if any of you are looking for additional help when it comes to fasting, weight loss, or accountability, if you're looking for an accountability partner or an accountability coach, you can go to finallyfasting.com. You can book a one-on-one session with me. We can talk over a game plan. We can talk over a strategy. I can help you get to your goals. Most of us already know what it takes to lose the weight. It isn't rocket science. There isn't too much involved when it comes to losing weight. Yes, fasting will help you lose weight. Yes, eating clean will help you lose weight. Yes, exercising, strength training will help you lose excess body fat. But even though we know all of that, why can't we get there? I do believe a big part of it is accountability. If you knew you had to talk to me every day, it's one of the reasons I do these live streams now, 80 days in a row. If you knew you had to show up and show some accountability, would that change your habits? Would that make you think about maybe not eating so much more? If you knew, here's another way to think about it, right? If, for example, you had to, and if you had a physical trainer, if any of you ever had a physical trainer, or if you played a sport and you knew that you had to go to the game the next day, or you had to be in the best shape you could be, most of the time, that accountability is what makes sure that people do what they're supposed to be doing. Like, no, I know I shouldn't eat that because tomorrow I have a big game. I have a dance recital. I have whatever that might be. Again, it's accountability in a different way. And you might not realize that now, but sometimes that's what it takes to get to where you need to be. At the same time, if you would like to help in a different way, you can go to the link in this live stream and you can be part of the Finally Fasting fam. What is the Finally Fasting fam? It is a membership on YouTube. If you do join, if you are part of that, you'll get your name on the intros of these live streams. And actually, I think I don't know if Elle is still here. Elle had mentioned, because I don't think I saw Elle yesterday, but people who are part of the Finally Fasting fam get to use custom emojis. You can use custom emoji like this, but I added extra custom emoji yesterday. Elle had said, you should have a Brussels sprout emoji. So I added it. There's a new Brussels sprout emoji, a pumpkin pie emoji, a weight scale emoji, and a timer emoji. Anyway, if you are part of the Finally Fasting fam, you get to use those. And if you join our Wednesday, if you join our autophagy tier, you can also join our Wednesday afternoon or evening live streams where we work together as an accountability group. We have a group coaching session. Elle, you are here. Elle, do you see the Brussels sprout emoji? You can use the Brussels sprout emoji. So anyway, feel free to use it. There you go, Miss Peaceful One shared it. So anyway, if any of you are, or you would like to support in that way, you can use the link in the live stream or the link in the description of this live stream for that. So, okay. I'll go through chat. I'll see if there's anything else to maybe talk about. So let's see here. Yeah. Slack. The scale helps keep me on track. I mean, and this is the thing, the scale can be tricky. Let's not forget, not everybody needs to use the scale. For some of us, the scale can be detrimental. For some of us, the scale can be obsessive. How many of you, and you don't have to share this with me, but how many of you are guilty of stepping on the scale more than once on a daily basis? How many of you step on it more than 3 times a day? How many of you step on it 5 times a day? How many of you are trying to manipulate what the scale says because it's like, oh, I just went to the bathroom. Let me step and see. Let me step and see. Let me step and see. Now let me change the number on my data. If you are that person, it might be time to take a step back from the scale. But like Select says, for me, when I get up in the morning, I step on the scale first thing, and then I'm done. It's over, right? I move on with my life. It's just a way for me to get a good guide of what I'm doing, to kind of even laugh at it every now and then and be like, oh, I ate that many calories. Of course, the scale moved up that way. And then to laugh at it the next day. Oh, I fasted for 28 hours and look at it drop the same way again. So I totally get that. Aisha asks, what time do you plan on live streaming tomorrow, Jerome? So I'll say this, Aisha, I already know for a fact tomorrow will be later in the day. I usually like to keep my Sunday live streams later in the day. If I could, I would keep them at 7:30 Central, but because I'm currently working in an office right now, I just don't like being here too late because there's not a lot of people here this late. But my guess is tomorrow, actually, we might even have a later one tomorrow. We might have one tomorrow after 5, I would say 5:45 p.m. Central, because I have some sessions tomorrow in the afternoon. I would say we're going to have a later one tomorrow around 5:45 to 6 p.m. Central. So just FYI, if that's okay. Yeah, I was just double checking. L, oh my goodness. L just gifted 10 Finally Fasting memberships. 10 of you have now joined the Finally Fasting fam. Can we please get some F's up for L? If you are a Finally Fasting fam member, can we throw some F's up for L? Or you can throw the clock one up, or you can even maybe just throw the Brussels sprout emoji up. Elle, thank you for a gigantic donation. Elle has gifted so many donations recently. Elle, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. Please thank Elle if you received one. Thank Elle for the generous donation there. For any of you that got it, you get to use custom emoji. I'll add your name to the live stream. I'll try to add it tomorrow, actually, because now the intro is getting, I think I have over 100 people at this point. Elle, thank you so much for the generous donation. I appreciate your support. Thank you so much as always, Elle. Thank you, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna scroll back up here. And then thank you also as well, everyone who had such kind words. Thank you so much. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't realize, Lucy. It's Joyce. Okay. You helped me get through my slippery slope Friday yesterday. I'm glad. I'm glad. It's nice to see you here. Thank you for sharing with me. Thank you for sharing. Oh, Dan became a new member. Dan, I think you have been before, but can we throw some F's up as well for Dan? Dan, thank you for supporting as always. I appreciate Dan, even though I look at that profile picture, Dan, and maybe without giving too much away, Dan's from Chicago, but Dan's throwing that Sox hat on, and I'm very much a Cubs fan. So Dan and I are going to fight, but it's okay. We're still Chicagoans through and through. Dan, thank you for the support. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Dan. Nice to see you as always. I always love when Dan's able to jump on. So thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. I'm going to scroll back up here. I'm just going to see if there are any specific things. Charles. Hi, Charles. Have we talked before? I got 22 days until my marathon. Oh, man. So November, right? I've done 5-day water fast, but it seems like the stars have to align. It might be the caffeine throwing me off. By the way, you seem really pumped about your body. I'm very happy with where I'm at, Charles. I really am. I've put in a lot of work in what I'm doing. I know I still have a long way to go. I know it's been a long journey, but I think I'm more proud of the fact that it's been almost 2 years and I've been able to keep myself at this weight, and I continue to still optimize in what I'm doing. So Charles, when you say you have 22 days until your marathon, are you currently in a fasting regimen? I've done 5-day water fast, but it seems like the stars have to align. Or are you doing like just multiple days? I'm guessing. Either way, Charles, I mean, a couple of things here. So I'm currently, it's really interesting you say this because I'm currently coaching someone who is working on a marathon at the same time. And they are actually doing the marathon around the same time in November. And their protocol is so much different. They've lost a ton of weight through fasting and changing their habits, but they've also realized as they train for the marathon, they have to be consuming a lot more calories because they're running a lot. So I don't know what that protocol looks like for you, but Charles, let us know. I don't know if this is your first marathon or if you're a seasoned marathon runner. I can't even imagine doing something like that, but keep us posted. I mean, for you to be able to mix fasting with marathon training, I'm sure it takes a lot. So thank you for sharing with us, Charles. A says we need a Jerome fit check emoji. What would that emoji look like? I have no idea. Would it have to be me? I don't know what that would look like. Hey. Okay, let me see here. Hey, Greg, nice to see you, Greg. Chrissy, nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. Trumpet, how's it going? Put on the tiara, says, hey, Jerome, how's your shoulder arm? I'm asking because I recently injured mine during a workout, so I have to focus on lower body workouts for a while. Do you think fasting helps with healing? So put on the tiara, this is a really good question. For a while, I actually had issues with my right bicep. My right bicep is still not 100%, but it's a lot better than where it used to be. So whether or not the fasting helps with healing, I don't know for sure. I mean, I wish I could say that fasting is the reason that my bicep is better, but I honestly do not know. I mean, I fast because it has so many benefits. Healing, I always hear, is a great benefit. But I would also say that if you injured your shoulder or arm, first of all, I'm sorry that happened. And hopefully it wasn't that bad of an injury. When I went to the doctor for my bicep, I was pretty much told it was just tendonitis and it would just take some time to kind of heal. But I did take time away from it. And even today, I don't do really heavy bicep exercises outside of like pull-ups and, some other back exercises that incorporate my biceps. But I would just say, take it easy. It doesn't mean that you probably can't ever work on it. I think you have to feel that out. But even if it just means doing 20% of the weights that you normally do, maybe it's just to do that and then move on. So keep us posted though. I wish I could tell you if it does help with healing for sure, but it's just too hard for me to pinpoint. Trumpet, Trumpet also became part of the Finally Fasting fam. I definitely now have to update my names. So for Dan, for Trumpet, for all these other new members, hopefully you're on tomorrow because you'll get your name on the intro of the live stream. I will make sure of that. Trumpet, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. Could we throw some F's up for Trumpet or whatever other emoji I put up there? Also, actually, this is a really good question for you too. For anyone who's here, if you want different emoji, I can only supply a certain amount, but every time I gain new members, it gives me an additional emoji to use. But I know there's some emoji that I just threw up there just to throw. So if there are specific ones you want, and maybe if you are a Finally Fasting member, ask me or put it in here and I'll consider it and I'll try to throw it up if I can. So Trumpet, thank you for the support. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Peace to all. I missed this. Peace to all with a $2 super chat. Peace to all. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for the donation. I don't even think you said anything here. Peace to all. But I mean, I know we talk, so I appreciate the support. Thank you for the donation. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to scroll back up here. Dan says, I got jealous. You got jealous that you couldn't put the emoji up? Aisha says, I'm definitely that person who steps on the scale several times a day, especially when I use the restroom. There's no way I'm stepping back from the scale. And so, I mean, here's the thing too. So maybe it's obsessive in that way, but also if it's motivating for you, that's different than if you step on it, you don't like what it shows, and then you completely fall by the wayside, right? You completely just give up on everything. So it is different for everyone. But it also takes a lot of courage to share that, because I know some people don't want to even admit to that at all. So thank you for sharing with us, Aisha. No problem, Dan. Dan, I mean, it's nice to have you here. So show up when you can. It's nice to see you here. Melly Mel, I didn't even realize that. I'm a Sox fan too. Grew up on the South Side. Currently living in Aurora. Melly Mel, did you share that with us before? Maybe you did, and maybe I just forgot. So I didn't realize there's another Chicagoan in here. Thanks for sharing with us, Melly Mel. Okay. Charles says, I'm trying to lose belly fat fast. So keep us posted, Charles. I mean, if you need that accountability, this is what this is for. We're here for that. So please use us. I mean, use this live stream for your advantage. Share with other people. People are always sharing their journey. Eric, what's going on? Nice to see you, Eric. Welcome, welcome. We'll catch the replay, but have a good one. Thanks for being here, Eric. And it's nice to see you. Margaret, I did say, so Margaret's asking what time I'm going to be live streaming. I will be live streaming. I would say it's going to be later. It's going to be around 5:45 p.m. So later in the evening. Hopefully I'll see you there, Margaret. Thanks for asking. Thanks for asking. Yeah, I mean, fasting helps increase human growth hormone, and it definitely does. So the effects to healing when it comes to that too, I don't know. Again, I need to do my due diligence and do a little more research and share the science behind it, because sometimes I'm just like, yeah, I know it does. Okay, I'm good. Because I think I'm so just making sure that like I'm losing the weight and taking care of myself. So I really should start doing a little more science work on that as well. Okay. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I could. I wish you could use a mini version of you smiling when you were a little boy. It's my favorite fit check pic. I like that, actually. I wonder if I could do that. I'll have to look into it. That's actually a really good idea, A. I'll check it out. I'll see if it's something I can do. Okay. Yeah, Gloria says here, I absolutely think fasting has healing benefits. I had a hand issue that resting would not help. I had to limit my workouts, did a 10-day fast, it went away, and no issues 6 months later. That's great. That's great. I mean, I will say this too. When I am fasting and I'm sick, usually when I'm sick, I won't be working out. I won't be doing anything strenuous. I just lay on my couch, but I'm just completely water fasting. And honestly, it only takes a day or two before I'm fine. Honestly, think about this as well. look at how long I've been doing this for, everyone. I've been live streaming now for over 700 days. How many videos have you seen me where I was sick or said I was fighting a cold or I wasn't feeling well? I mean, I haven't been sick in a minute. So I'm not saying, obviously, it's different for everyone, but maybe that means something as well. It's not like I really got sick that often prior. I'm like knocking on wood now because I don't want to get sick, but I really don't get sick that often. I don't know if it's because I've been on a fasting regimen for a while too. It could be. It could be. Mr. Sally John. Hi, Mr. Sally John. Nice to see you. Amazing work, Jerome. Thank you so much. What's your longest fast? I'm considering 7 days next week. My longest fast was either 11 or 12 days. I cannot remember which number though, but that was back in 2018. And that was back before I started doing rolling 90s, fasting for 4 days and then eating for 4 hours and then repeating the process. So I haven't done anything as long as 11 or 12 since then. I have done a number of 7-ish day fasts. So, I mean, whatever you do, Mr. Salih John, I would say push, do what you can, and whatever length that is, whether it's 7 days or 3 days or 5 days or even 23 hours, you just put yourself in the process of hitting that timer and going again. Taking care of yourself, being happy and healthy. Keep us posted, Mr. Salih John. Keep us posted. Steph says, finally made it to alive. I finished a 40-hour fast. Congrats, Steph. Thank you guys for being supportive. Thank you for sharing with us. Continue sharing with us as well. It's great to see a lot of different names on here too, sharing their journey, because I'm telling you, when you build that community and people start knowing each other and you keep sharing with each other, I think it's a really good way to be like accountable in a way where you know you want to do good things because you want to make sure that you show up for people. So keep sharing with us, Steph. Letty says late but made it. Letty with a $5 super chat. Letty, thank you for the support. Thank you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you. Letty has been supporting pretty regularly at this point. Letty, thank you so much. Letty says late but made it. Go Cubs and Old Style. Letty, Old Style is my favorite beer. Just FYI. I don't know if you knew that. Maybe you didn't, but if you didn't, now you know. Letty, definitely. Go Cubs. We're tied up. We have a chance to take the lead tonight. For anyone who's wondering, the Cubs are in the playoffs right now, or we're in the wild card brink of making it through. So I'm rooting for the Cubs tonight. Let's see how it goes. Trumpet says this channel really helps me. I'm glad that it does. And hopefully it can continue to help you along the way. Just show up. That's all I'm saying for anyone here. With that being said, I think that's all we got for today. I'm an hour and 41 minutes in. I'm a little out of breath. I could use some water at this point. So we're going to wind it down for today. We're going to do this again tomorrow. We are going to do another accountability live stream. Gian asks, Jerome, do you hit the goal now? Just fast for maintaining? No, not yet. Juyon, this is what I'm saying. Juyon, this right here, this is what I'm trying to lose. I'm trying to lose the rest of this. So I'm not exactly where I want to be just yet. I am doing a DEXA scan in November where it's going to give me a more accurate representation of how much fat and muscle I have. And then I'll see where it goes. The thing, Juyon, is I don't know what number that will be. I also don't think my journey will ever end. I think I will always keep trying to be happy and healthy. Even as I get older, even if I lose muscle because I'm getting older, to me, the only thing that matters is I continue to be the best that I can be at present day. So I don't think I'm at my goal. I am very happy in my body. I'm very comfortable with where I'm at, but I also want to strive for more. I want to be better. I want to do better. So that's kind of how I see it. So, Devon, it's okay. Maybe you'll catch the replay. Devon, nice to see you here. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being here. Again, thank you so much, everyone. Cap Rising says, "Go Cubs! My town's team got knocked out early." Are we talking about the Toronto series? Cap Rising. I'm sorry either way, but I'm not gonna lie. I was happy for Toronto. So anyway, I think that's it for me today. I might be thinking of a different team anyway. Cap Rising. Oh, for Boston. Gotcha. I was for a second there. I was like, are you a Yankees fan? Because anyway, that's it for me, everyone. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you for the support as always. Before I do sign off, a huge thanks to Miss Peaceful One, to AJ, to L with the huge 10 gift donation, to Dan, to Peace to All, to Trumpet, to Letty. Thank you for all the additional support. Thank you for supporting me in that additional type of way. Thank you to all my Finally Fasting fam members. I appreciate you so much for that additional support as well. And thank you to all my everyday regulars. Thank you to everyone that shows up here. Thank you for helping each other out. Thank you for supporting one another. Thank you for being kind in that way. I think we have a really great community. I really want to continue fostering that, and I hope to do so. So that's it for today. Let's do this again tomorrow. Show your accountability. If this is important to you, if this is inspiring for you, if you find worth in this, show up tomorrow. Share with all of us. Continue to be accountable. Okay, that's it for me today. I'm out of breath. I need a drink. Actually, a Coke Zero sounds good right about now. I might grab that before I hop out of the office. I'm going to do my obligatory wave, and we're going to do this again tomorrow. I'm refeeding tonight. I'm so excited to eat, and I'll show you all what that looks like tomorrow. I'll see you then. Have a good one, everyone. Thank you so much. See you soon. Bye.